Listen, if you've been looking to bring in some extra cash, you've probably noticed that the internet is absolutely flooded with ideas, lists, and these crazy grand promises. But honestly, when you look closely, a lot of those ideas require a massive time commitment, expensive equipment, or highly specialized skills. Well, today, we're completely filtering out all of that noise. We've gone through a comprehensive industry breakdown of 25 different side gigs, and we've distilled it down to focus on exactly one thing: the absolute easiest side hustles for beginners to start. No fluff, just the most accessible ways to actually get going.
Because that's the big question, right? You want that extra income, but maybe you just don't have thousands of dollars in startup capital, or you don't have a specialized degree in coding or digital marketing. And that is the exact pain point we're tackling in this explainer. If the hurdle of just getting started has been holding you back, don't worry. This is designed specifically for you. We're only looking at options where the barrier to entry is practically on the floor.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. We'll start by looking at options without complicated requirements, check out online surveys, explore some active income outside the house, dive into freelance work from home, review online sales, and finally help you choose what fits you best.
Section 1. Start without complicated requirements. We're filtering out the hard work.
Before we jump into the specific jobs, let's actually look at this core definition right from the source. A side hustle is a job or business you do alongside your main job to earn extra income, offering flexibility and the chance to explore your passions. And the absolute key word here is flexibility. A good beginner side hustle should fit comfortably right around your current schedule and lifestyle. It really shouldn't take over your entire life or cause you burnout.
Now, what's really interesting here is how we map out our journey. We're looking at two critical factors: profit potential and starting effort. Today, we're basically going to climb what I like to call the effort to profit escalator. We're starting firmly at the bottom, the absolute lowest possible starting effort, and as we move through the options, we'll slowly climb up that profit scale, all while keeping the starting effort strictly in the low to moderate beginner zone.
Section 2. The easiest, online surveys. This is your very first step.
Taking online surveys is categorized as having very low effort. It's incredibly straightforward. You sign up on a platform like Swagbucks, and you just share your opinion. Now, let's be totally transparent for a second. The profit potential is low. You're looking at about $1 to $5 per survey. So, no, this isn't going to replace your full-time income, and our source wisely advises treating this as a side activity rather than your primary income source. But as a total beginner, it requires literally zero specific skills. You can do it from your couch, and it's a fantastic, immediate confidence builder to prove to yourself that, yeah, you actually can make money online.
Section 3. Extra cash outside the house. Low effort, active income.
$21. Let that number sink in for a second. That represents the average hourly income for rideshare driving on platforms like Uber or Lyft. The starting effort here is remarkably low. If you already have a car, a valid driver's license, and you can pass a background check, you're essentially ready to go. And it offers ultimate flexibility, because you literally just turn the app on when you want to work and turn it off when you don't. Simple as that.
And this brilliantly illustrates our next point. $18.45. That's the average hourly earnings for food delivery on apps like DoorDash or Uber Eats. When you compare this to rideshare driving, it is slightly lower pay on average, but it's a stellar alternative. Why? Because you aren't dealing with passengers in your car. If you're someone who prefers quick, short jobs where it's just you, your favorite playlist, and a bag of food, this is an incredibly accessible way to start earning almost immediately.
But hey, maybe driving just isn't your thing. The local community actually offers some amazing low-effort entry points. Think about dog walking on platforms like Wag or Rover. That can pull in $10 to $30 an hour. Or babysitting via Care.com or SitterCity, which averages $10 to $25 an hour. What makes these so great for beginners? They don't require technical skills. They just require basic trustworthiness, reliability, and, well, maybe a bit of physical fitness if you're wrangling an energetic golden retriever. Plus, positive reviews and word of mouth end up doing all the heavy lifting for your marketing.
Section 4. Freelance work from home, turning basic skills into cash.
So the crucial point here is choosing a remote path that actually aligns with what you're naturally good at. On one side, we have the virtual assistant. This can pull in an impressive $15 to $50 an hour, handling things like email management and scheduling. It's totally perfect if you've got strong organizational skills. On the flip side, we have remote customer support, averaging $10 to $25 an hour. This involves assisting customers via phone, email, or chat. You'll want to choose this if you're highly conversational, patient, and you really enjoy problem solving. Both have a super low barrier to entry. You basically just need a quiet workspace and a computer, but they cater to two completely different personalities.
Section 5. The most practical online sales. Low effort, high reward.
First up here is reselling thrifted items. The process actually breaks down into 3 really simple steps. Step 1. Source items from local thrift stores or garage sales, meaning your startup cost is basically pocket change. Step 2. Clean them up and take some good photographs. Step 3. List them on platforms like eBay or Depop. The real secret to making this low-effort hustle highly profitable is to find a specific niche. Something like vintage clothing or retro home decor. By curating a specific look, you create a unique selling point that attracts buyers who are totally willing to pay higher margins.
And then we have affiliate marketing. From our source data, this is essentially the holy grail of beginner side hustles. The starting effort is classified as low. You just need to set up a platform and join programs like Amazon Associates or ShareASale. But the profit potential? It's rated as high, offering commissions anywhere from 5% all the way up to a massive 50% just for referring a sale through your link. You literally just share these links in content you create, like reviews or recommendations. One absolutely vital rule here though, always transparently disclose your affiliate links to your audience. Trust is the actual currency of this particular hustle.
Section 6. Choose what fits you. Final takeaways and red flags.
Let's move to how this all builds together. Because when you're out there searching, you absolutely must build a safety net and watch out for a few red flags. If a so-called side hustle requires high upfront costs just to get started, walk away. If the earnings potential is deliberately unclear or confusing, walk away. And honestly, if your gut tells you it seems like a scam, it probably is. A true beginner side hustle should be transparent, super easy to understand, and require minimal financial risk on your part. Protect your time and protect your wallet. So we've filtered out the noise, we've climbed the effort to profit escalator, and we've laid out the absolute easiest starting points. Everything from $1 surveys to 50% affiliate commissions. The tools are right in front of you, and those barriers to entry are practically non-existent. So I'll leave you with this one final provocative question. Which low-effort side hustle are you going to start tomorrow?